We're back.
We hear loud noises to keep us awake if you're up till 3 a.m. watching the ball game. And yes, I was.
What a game!
It was, it was really 2 games, 18 innings of baseball.
Right.
It's really 2 games, right? And 2 different sets of teams.
And just the tension.
By the time you're done, each team had substituted enough people to not be the real team.
I'm so curious what they're going to be like tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be some real implications to having used that many pitchers last night.
Right?
A couple of injuries last night on the Jays, so we'll see what really happens. But go Blue Jays! Got lots
more
good stuff to do in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Right.
I was trying to not watch anything, and then I went to the Spirit Awards, of course, after the Pumpkin Prowl, which was an amazing event.
Oh yes, by the way,
congratulations to everybody involved in that.
It was downtown ever packed last Friday night for Pumpkin Prowl.
Oh.
If you didn't make it out, and I met a lot of people, even from out of town, which I don't know whether they would be happy about or not.
I saw a comment from someone from Michigan who says they come up every year for it, from Michigan.
Right. Well, as long as they also spend some money in our community and go downtown and shop, well, I guess that's it. And so it is to identify new merchants downtown. The merchants that are involved in Pumpkin Prowl are happy to be involved so that people can see that they're downtown. That if you're looking for purses, you can go to Suzanne's. If you're looking for
a balloon drop, you can go to Suzanne's.
You just see the balloons. Yeah.
Amazing.
And or new pizza or whatever it might be.
Marty Lewis.
So,
I had
sitting right out front of the city hall, and somebody said, "Is that really a golf simulation place right next door?"
Right.
I said, "Yeah, it's about a year old now." What do you mean? He said, "Well, I know where I'd be going. This makes right." So perfect. A lot of fun. And then as you went on then to
the Spirit Awards, which were just incredible.
Wow.
And of course we were there and we were super nervous that no one's going to show up because you got the ball game
coming on at 8.
The first of the World Series with the Jays versus the Dodgers. And then you've got the Pumpkin Prowl where there's at least 5,000 or 6,000 people all there. And I know a lot of businesses were like, we want to be at the Spirit Awards, but we also have to be here for all the kids.
I didn't make it to the Spirit Awards because I got about 20 after 7. We finished cleaning up out front of City Hall or came close to it. And I went, no, the baseball game starts at 8. I'm going to go home. I hadn't eaten yet except for a couple of chocolate bars, which probably wasn't supper.
No. I mean, I like to think of it as a food group, but I know it's not.
Right.
It's but I took some pictures, and then my sister-in-law Kate, who does vacation travel, she took the other shots that we shared out.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun downtown and significantly different with the road closed from a safety point of view, and I think even from a presentation point of view, it made a huge difference.
Much better.
You can't. You're not going to tie your children up. You know what I mean? And so this lets them be pretty safe in a downtown area.
I like the idea of that harness and that leash just for the safety aspect. I know it looks ridiculous. I've never done it, but I understand the practical.
We're talking about the children.
The children.
Okay,
it's like you see the cats. You've got the cat harness.
Yeah.
You got that's really good for cats, and children are a little bit like cats in that they'll run right into traffic.
It was friggin' lined up all night out front of City Hall, and so. I'm trying to, again, this year, trying to get out a little bit and say hi to some of the other merchants who are doing a great job. But Councillor Herbert and his wife and daughter and Lori Baldwin-Sands, and we're just jammed. I'll tell you, it just went. I got to give Jennifer from our office here great help for getting this all done. It's not been an easy time of year, an easy time to start at the mayor's office.
Right. But I tried to get down to City Hall. So we were out, we went to Plaza Sushi as we talked about.
You said you were going out.
Yep, the family and friends went out for there.
I ended up here setting up tables and stuff instead. So that's how I missed supper. So you got to eat. That was
really good too.
Really good. I had the opportunity to eat. Don't blame anybody but you, Joe. You had the opportunity to go to Plaza Sushi.
The invite was wide open.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'm going to run down to City Hall. I'm going to grab some shots. Couldn't make it. The sidewalk was so packed.
No.
I was going to run out of time
fast.
Before.
And then with the fire hall cave behind City Hall, it was really great.
I wanted to get down and get all the shots.
Lots of stuff going on.
It's so cool. Right? It's one of those things where there's too many events going on.
So many great costumes on the kids. So let's use this because there is not a council update we have to do tonight. We can talk a little bit about it, but let's get as many questions as we can from the folks while we spend the night saying what's coming up. And some of these are not new, like the Harvest Gala at St. Anne's for Holy Angels Church, huge fundraiser for Holy Angels Church. Saturday, November 1st. And I don't know if it's sold out or not. But if it isn't, please give yourself a call over to Holy Angels and say, can I still get tickets?
Yeah,
there is food, dancing.
Right,
oh yes, food, dancing,
everything,
tables. Right. Stephanie and I are going. They're trying to put together a table, and I just finally said, "Stop." Stephanie and I are going. We'll find someone to sit with. So we're doing that.
Love it.
Right. We still have the St. Thomas Elgin County Health Recruitment Partnership Scholarship piece. If anyone's moving into a medical field at post-secondary education, please go online to the city's website or come into the clerk's office and pick up a form, fill it out, try and get yourself a small amount of your education paid for.
Yeah.
Right. So great. That's still going. It's going on through November too. Look what's back.
Oh yeah. Snow Angels, everybody.
Yeah.
We talk about it every year.
Yes. Now, if you don't know what Snow Angels is, first of all, we need a bunch of volunteers to be Snow Angels, right? Because many people need a snow angel because they can't now go out and shovel their own sidewalk or shovel their own driveway. Now, you're not asked to do it the day of the snowfall. There's some time for you to do your own yard and house and then get to your snow people's houses to help. So we're looking for people in many neighborhoods across St. Thomas. What you do is call into the mayor's office. That is the city phone number with extension 4196 or mayor's office at stthomas.ca. And it's all on the bottom. Right? And say, I want to be a snow angel, or I've got two good children in my house that could be snow angels if they get to do it close to home. And it's really to make it so that people aren't stuck in their homes. And last year we had a lot of snow, so there was a great need for snow angels. Now, if you need snow angel help, that's still the same place for you to call and ask. But we're not looking for those yet as much, but please go ahead if you want to call in, get on the list, call in and ask, talk to Jennifer, and she'll get you on the list so that we can then start to try and match up people from all over. And we had some snow angels last year that took on 10 or 12 houses.
Wow.
Right? Retired folks, but still pretty handy, and they wanted to get out there and do it on their own. So let's make sure that we're not working anybody that hard this year. Let's get as many snow angel volunteers as we can. Please.
Very, very cool.
Yes. What else is going on this week?
Oh, my goodness. We've got, not this week, but next week, Southwold Remembers is coming up.
Oh, yes. 9th. Oh, isn't it always the best?
Yeah.
You're
Keystone Complex. Ted Harris is still
coming. All right.
Yeah.
My favorite Canadian author, but favorite author in the world. Ted tells Canadian military stories in such a great way that you're enthralled to sit there and listen to him. And if you have not read any of his books, they're hard to put down too, because you're reading through them with a personal touch on military history, which you say, huh? But no, it really is quite good. So I can't miss Remembrance Day in... it's like the Sunday before Remembrance Day, always at the Keystone Complex in Shedden, and love to go lay the wreath on behalf of St. Thomas. But just that half an hour of Ted Barris before we go outside and lay the wreaths, it makes it worth more than anything.
And especially if you haven't seen it, if you haven't experienced it, come on down. It's free. It's a free event.
It's just a great event. And
Southwold pays for it all.
Yeah, it is. And then just the networking of old friends you haven't seen, you'll see again. Well, look at all the comments and questions from our folks.
We've got Brett Longfield commenting, the game for the World Series is tonight at 8 p.m.
Yeah, so we'll be off air in time for you to tune in and make yourself a snack and watch the Jays win tonight. It did go on till 3 a.m. last night, so some of us are a little tired tonight, right?
Sarah Coleman saying, great decision on closing the road for Pumpkin Prowl. She's absolutely. And she was also a recipient for one of she was voted the best volunteer in St. Thomas, and she does so much for our community.
We've had Sarah on here. You've done other things with her to talk about how to save money and how to double coupon and price match and all the things that Sarah knows better than all of us. And so, but plus all of her great volunteer work with the food bank here in St. Thomas, the Karen Cupboard and the work that they do.
And one of these episodes, we're going to go to Sarah's home to look at the tiny home that she has on her property as well and do a little show about that. So we just have to book it in.
Right.
Michael Skinner's asking, is there a revised completion date for Fairview at Talbot?
We did say it would happen June through October. We're not at the end of October yet, but at Fairview and Talbot. I'm going to guess it's going to go a couple more weeks into November to finish off
I would say
the major parts of that.
Yeah.
I see we've moved from one side of Talbot to the other now. The underneath is now curbed, sidewalked, and paved. First coat of pavement. Still working a bit on the hill where the overpass came out, but that's moving dirt and putting the road in. I feel comfortable. I get a weekly update, and nobody's panicking yet. We're a couple weeks, and I'll take some of the blame for being a couple weeks past October, because it would not. We had great discussions about not starting that project till First Ave was reopened.
Right.
So we waited for First Ave to reopen before we started. If we'd started that project in March or April of last year or of this year, then it would be being done now. But
then you would have had both of those arteries closed.
We can't have two north-south arteries closed. Who do you think we are, London? Mayor Morgan, if you're watching tonight, that was just fun. That's right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Then Sarah's saying congrats to you as well on your win, which is our win for the podcast, the local podcast award.
Yes.
So thanks to
Established Media was. And this kind of counts as part of that. Mayor's Update is one of the things that you
one of the
do.
main
I know
ones.
that the podcast you do with Tara now out at EBRC is another. And,
those are the two.
Well, and look, and I'm not going to downplay Beehive either.
No,
because you do a lot of things that inform our city, things that are going on. But please still tune into Mayor's Update, because you'll get the real story here.
Yeah, and I just want to say thanks to everyone that voted, because we talked about it on the show, and then everyone went out and voted.
People went out and voted.
Thank you. Thanks to our viewers.
And you know what? I kind of went through the list, right?
Yeah.
And there is a name but I didn't smile at and go, well, that's the right person for that. That's okay. There were some of them that were really tough, because 2 or 3 of my friends were kind of vying for the same award, right? And so I'm awful glad they didn't do best politician, because then I'd have to.
Oh my goodness, right? This is that'd be intense. Yeah. But no, it was such a great. We got cut off on that. We were kind of got sidetracked. But the evening, the Spirit Awards, a bunch of people showed up, in spite of the fact that there was the Pumpkin Prowl, the Blue Jays game. People all showed up and had a great evening out there at the Senior Center for the Spirit Awards. It was the 10th one.
We've got, what else have we got coming up? That's the 10th. We've got the. Coming up Thursday, it's the kickoff to the poppy season.
Yes.
So Thursday at 11 o'clock at the Memorial Gardens, I guess. It's pin the poppy on the mayor. I almost want to say pin the tail on the donkey, but donkey doesn't visit us anymore. No, pin the poppy on the mayor. It's the start of the poppy season. The legions are. Do this by pointing out the first poppy in each community goes to the mayor, goes on the mayor, and then we're going to take a little look at the memorial crosswalk that's now been put in down there too that day. So that's this Thursday at 11 o'clock. And then that lets the Legion get out there and do their poppy campaign. And it's the greatest fundraiser for the Legion for the great work they do. So we're really pleased to be involved in the kicking off of that. Right?
And then there's another comment here. It says sunset services start November 4th till the 10th at Veterans Memorial Gardens. Please, if anyone would like to attend, please be there for 6:45 p.m. Service starts at 7 p.m. and lasts only for about 10 minutes. Yeah,
it's like the last post, and many nights, you kind of forget it's going on, and I'm leaving City Hall late. It's just getting dark, and you're hearing the last post being played or something happening, and wonderful. That's where I'm supposed to be tonight, or that's where I could be tonight.
Yeah,
and so please, it's very soulful, and it's great if you can all come out and see it at some point between November 4th and the 11th. It is great. For our community, respecting our veterans.
And Rose Gibson, Councillor Gibson, saying St. Thomas Legion, Lord Elgin, Branch 41, Royal Canadian Legion needs volunteers for Poppy Day, Saturday, November 1st.
Right.
Please call our office to sign up a time and location.
Right.
And the number is 519-631-9840.
Right. Okay, and we're being reminded that the service at the Cenotaph at the Memorial Gardens is a joint. The regiment, the Jeep Club, the Legion, of course, Am I missing anyone? I don't want to make sure.
No, I think that's the and Tony Bendel is saying that this is his channel. He's commenting on there.
Well, great, but Tony's also in the police pipe and drum band.
Is he part of the drum band now?
Well, apparently he can beat a drum. Who knew that Tony had these skills? Right?
And he was also one of the finalists for the best podcast.
Yes.
As well. So congratulations on being a finalist, Tony.
And happened to have the mayor on last week.
He did.
You think that would have pushed him over the top, right?
It's I'm sure it was a close battle throughout.
No, well, of course.
With all the votes.
When it's good friends helping good friends.
Either way.
We're getting good messages out in our community now. So
I wanted to show a quick clip.
Go ahead.
Because
I'm going to talk about what today was too. So
this is the biggest announcement that St. Thomas has had, and it's forever. My goodness!
Here's a quick clip on established media because they're that good. They're ready.
Checking me out, trying to figure out what I'm all about. Wondering if my love will make you scream and shout.
There we go.
Okay. So as you can see there's some great differences between a year ago and now at the PowerCo site and in Yarmouth Yards. A couple great big paved parking lots, a bunch of poured concrete, and a true construction site happening. Also without seeing the whole site. So many other things have happened in that year. More on the rail yard, more on the storm management ponds, more on roundabouts and roads on the site. It is incredible the amount of work that's going on out there.
But that's the official announcement. Came out today.
Yes. We are the start of construction at PowerCo. And I've done a number of other interviews today about it. Well, somebody said, well, so what will this mean that we've started construction? I said, if you haven't visited the site, we started construction 2 years ago because we really had to prepare the site before we could prepare a building on it. And so much work has been done by both the City of St. Thomas, Amico.
I don't know how you guys
I can't do them all.
Between everybody in the city that has been working on this, plus doing the regular jobs, making sure like the roads are kept up, the water's running, the sewage is going, the garbage is getting picked up. Plus, they're picking up PowerCo and everything.
Well, we're building up the future generation of our community. This is a great construction start using a Canadian contractor, familiar to Southern Ontario, a steel supplier that is familiar to our area, and Canadian employees of these two Canadian companies that are the builders of PowerCo's gigafactory to make batteries here in our community. So for all of you that said it wouldn't happen, I'm keeping my list still. We will have the Shame Those People's Day one day in 27. Right? For all of you who said it wasn't going to go. Right?
Here we go. All right. Question from Dale. Can anything be done about the junk and garbage in front of the alley beside the inn? Any other business or homeowner would be asked to clean up their mess.
Yes, and since we're the building owner there, we're cleaning up the mess almost daily, including the inn in the help. We have got some new plans for what we're going to do out front for the enclosure out front, and I think you'll see some major differences. But I don't like how it looks there either. But when you're asking some 30 to 40 people to live at the inn right now as we continue to build supportive housing, this is all their worldly goods. And I'm not sure you'd be happy if we told you had to get rid of your everything you own when you already don't have a place to live. So we're going to work with the city. The city's going to continue to work with the inn and continue to work with Indwell and our own housing people and the downtown special constables to make sure that area is policed and looks a little better. We'll do our best.
And there's more. Tony Bendel was just mentioning the light announcement at Ron McNeil and Dalewood.
Certainly. We've been asking the county to work on this for like the last 2 years. Been some 24 accidents that have been reported to me in the last year alone in 2025. Not in the city of St. Thomas, though. That is in the county, and that's why we've been waiting for the county. They've now decided they will install lights at the corners of Dalewood and Ron McNeil. However, the replacing four-way stop, I'm not. I mean, does hopefully the light makes a bigger difference. It's more visible, I guess. But let's thank them for finally moving forward on putting some life-saving efforts into that corner, and going to hopefully get it done before Christmas. So perfect.
All right, we've got some more questions coming in here. I think.
I want to make sure we didn't miss any. Sorry, we're just scrolling back. You can't really see on air that we're doing that.
Oh, any update on the CN discussion north of St. Thomas?
Yeah, the CN discussions took place this last Thursday, I guess, with Friday being Pumpkin Prowl. Main thing is we're talking about now we're going to go back and redo First Ave again because it wasn't. Look, it's still in really good shape compared to how bad it got. But we've convinced CN that a major repair needs to be done, which means changing the ties and stuff underneath. We'd asked CN to come prepared for this meeting, to be willing to talk more directly about the Barwick Street Bridge replacement. Even if we could take over the bridge, what would be their role? There needs to be an environmental assessment to building a new bridge on that site because it's construction. They came with not unprepared again, but I've learned to almost expect CN to come with not as prepared as they said they would come. We also had the lingering conversations that are going on about connecting the old LNPS line for that bit of gap that they've been ordered to put back in.
Yeah.
I want to, first of all, recognize our MP, Andrew Lawton, as being a very loud and vocal part with CN because he's our federal member of parliament. He's been really pushing them also. And our staff here, the city manager and Kevin, our engineer, really, really pushing for a better completion than what we're getting. We don't want to have to keep shaming CN to do their job. We want them to come to us because St. Thomas is a great place to do work. We're offering a full rail yard connected to the CN line out of the Yarmouth Yards. We'd like them to say, wow, they're working hard with us. Do I sound a bit disappointed? I am, but I'm going to keep giving them, I won't shame them purposely till we get beyond where they'll now deliver what they were asked to deliver last week. So let's see a little more, but that explains what we really did get done this week.
It's a slow process.
Yeah. Well, with CN, it's 20 years old, right?
Decades in the works.
Yes, exactly.
Doug Exner's asking, what are you two dressing up for Halloween? As for Halloween?
I thought I'd go out as the mayor.
Yeah?
Yeah, no. I missed my, I wore my orange shirt and such for the pumpkin prowl. We don't get too many kids at our place for Halloween. And it will drive the dogs nuts anyway. Now, we have costumes for the dogs, but we didn't make it to puppy parade this year because there was so many other things going on. We had a dinner with friends on Saturday night, and so I didn't even get the dogs' costumes out. So maybe I'll put their lion manes on them and see if we can go out just for a little bit on Halloween to see some kids. But it's a little bit like Canada Day. It's a little overexciting for our puppies.
Yeah, it's pretty overstimulating. Absolutely.
What about you? You must be going out.
I have a ketchup bottle costume that
yes, I've seen your Heinz.
I reuse quite a lot.
And you play anticipation as you walk along? Yeah, okay. Carole King. Yes, I love it.
So that's probably what I'm going to do again.
But you have to change costumes each year with children.
Wow, yeah. So Jess has said that I have to be, I believe, Kristoff, and she's going to be Anna.
Okay.
And then Lily will be Elsa, and Louis will be Sven.
Also, pretty much a frozen night out there.
Yeah, pretty frozen.
Yeah. Well, let's hope the weather doesn't add to your costume.
Yeah, but I did ask. I was like, if I do, like, if you get the costume ready, I will wear it. But I don't know in terms of my scheduling whether I can take the time to do it justice.
Right.
So we will see what happens on Halloween night, which is Friday. So be careful out there. Kids are going to pack the streets. They won't all be closed like we closed for Pumpkin Prowl. But it's going to be a wonderful evening.
Perfect.
What
do we got going down? Anything more?
We got another question.
We hate to miss questions.
Secondary plan. Any updates on?
Yeah, had a bit of a meeting last week with some of the participants, the city and some of the landowners, really trying to get all the landowners in before we make any real decisions. So this isn't a how fast can you do it, it's how good you can do it.
Right.
With the secondary plan. So more updates, but some meetings taking place as to what the scope of the secondary plan will look like. What are the desires of the use of that great land in the middle of St. Thomas for housing and for great walking trails and for other things.
Tony Bendel is saying the city did the baseball diamond at Kin Park on Confederation Drive. Looks awesome. Is there any plans for games to be played on there?
If there's a ball diamond now, we should be using it, right? So yes, I would say there's plans. Now, whether it's just kids in the neighborhood having that ball game or organized slow pitch, we'll find out. But I'll ask that question.
Yeah. And then
hi, Margaret. Margaret McKnight said hi.
Oh, hey, Margaret. I haven't heard from Margaret in a while.
Yeah.
Good to see you on here.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of things that are just all flying in right here. Status of the brownfield site off the northeast corner of Elm Street and Wilson Ave.
Well, it's land owned by Drulo. They've done a lot of work. And the last time I went by, it looked like they were doing a little bit of more work. So as I shared, we've made it one of the designated areas for neighborhood zoning. That may be the best way to call it. I don't know if that's the official name of it. So that we can work directly with them on that neighborhood, that little square block. And I think you'll see us do that a little bit more across town, but we're testing it out with that piece. So I say we're moving forward, but it's heavily contaminated land, and builders are a little leery about not being able to finance projects that are on land that are brownfields. Yep. So, yeah.
And Dale, in relation to my costume, is asking, is the ketchup made in Canada? Well, I was made in Canada,
right. And
the costume was made in Canada. So in terms of this particular Heinz product, it's 100% Canadian.
Right. You are. Yeah. and at that time, that ketchup was made in Leamington, and now it's not. Yeah. Stick with that story.
Well, they're doing some stuff in Quebec, aren't they?
I don't know for sure.
It's complicated. They keep jumping the border.
That's right.
You know?
Which border? Yeah.
We've got a couple other things I just want to hit here. DDB banners came down. So anybody who's wondering why the banners are down, they come down, and then Integris volunteers their time and energy and staff to put up the
snowflakes that we spend a lot of time making sure the lights are working on. So and of course that's coming up too, right? In the middle of November, we'll have Light Up Talbot and the Christmas tree lighting
November 14th.
On a Friday night, and then the Saturday night is the Santa Claus parade, the Peanuts themed Santa Claus parade, right? Mayor has a costume ready. We'll be okay.
You've got a costume?
You
That's themed, a themed costume?
Fitting the Peanuts theme.
Very excited for this.
Yes.
And then I'm sure if some people are following Established, you saw that Lewis Baked Goods opened. It's my buddy Marty Lewis. He's got a new pizza joint up.
Oh, yeah.
Fridays and Saturdays. You can order pizza, fresh pizza there. I tried it out. Very good on the weekend.
Well, and he makes great dough, which is kind of what got him into the business.
Yeah.
And now he said, I'm making all this dough. I might as well make some pizzas too. So way to go, Marty. We're looking forward. You're very close to City Hall. So the mayor can wander over.
Close.
I better pre-order.
Yeah,
right?
pre-order. Yeah. You can go to his website, pre-order, and that's on the post that I did over there. Anyway, we're coming up to our time here, folks.
And it's getting close to ball game.
Yep.
Let's go, Jays.
So have a great week. And
the rest, we'll see you next Tuesday night. We've got a lot going on over this coming weekend. And we'll have a lot more to report next week.
And we have an amazing group of guests for next week that the mayor has wrangled.
Yes, we've got some great people to tell a great story about an organization in our community. So that's going to be a part of it. We'll have had council, so there'll be more to talk about there.
Yep.
There's a couple of other public meetings coming up. Lots to talk about from a municipal point of view. So pleased that we can do this transparent with you, that we can come on and answer your questions each week, some of them repetitive each week, but we'll continue to do so as long as there's people watching. The mayor will update you.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, everybody.
See ya.
See you next week.